This is Danazzi, coming out of Cool Box Gym, future the light heavyweight division. Big up, sporting icon, make sure you like and subscribe and follow.
Right, so post-fight review to Lawrence Okolie versus WADI Camacho for the unifying of the British and the Commonwealth Cruiserweight titles. And I believe the WBA International may be on the line as well. This fight went pretty much how I predicted it was going to go, how I thought it was going to go. It's going to be pretty one-sided, heavy-handed work from Lawrence Okolie. But of course, I did question what Lawrence Okolie was going to turn up. Was it going to be one that's going to turn up where he's going to be grabbing and holding and leaning, or was it going to be one that's going for the knockout? And it was kind of like a bit of a both, but more going for the knockout in this one. So full credit to Lawrence Okolie. In this one, he didn't put on a stinker, that's for sure. And he's progressing at the right rate. He really is. And I know he's been talking about Denis Lebedev next. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that fight happens and he defeats Denis Lebedev. I ain't going to lie on that one. Now, as far as this fight goes, pretty much one-sided, I would say. Lawrence Okolie did use some underhanded tactics, I suppose, but listen, it's a boxing match, you know. At times, this is what you do. You rough up your opponent, you lean on them, you put an elbow in the back of the neck on the clinch, and you hit on the back of the head at times. That's pretty much what happens. That's what Okolie done at times. But full credit to Lawrence Okolie, he was composed in this one. He wasn't just going in wildly. The only thing I will say to him is that when he's measuring the right hand, when he sticks out the left to measure the right, he leaves it there a bit too long. And for anybody who's a step up, it's just going to counter him and crack him. But Lawrence Okolie did show a pretty good chin in this one because WADI Camacho caught him with a very, very good left hook. Bearing in mind, WADI Camacho is southpaw, and he caught Lawrence Okolie in round number 3 flush on the jaw, and Lawrence Okolie took it. But Lawrence Okolie is, you could see that he was really trying to work on the inside on this one and not just fight at range. And WADI Camacho, he was coming to fight. He wasn't there just to be a back foot fighter and just survive. He wasn't there to do that at all. He was looking to counterpunch Lawrence Okolie. But Okolie clearly hits very, very hard. And that's what happened in round number 4. He caught WADI Camacho, and I'm not too sure if it was a body shot or a left hook that took WADI Camacho down. But it was he caught him, and WADI Camacho just kind of like tucked up and was trying to back away because he was clearly hurt, and Lawrence Okolie was wading in on him. So I don't know whether it was a punch beforehand that rocked him that was sending him down, or he went down as in to take a knee to stop the barrage of punches. Not too sure what it was. Either way, he went down. He was on his knee until the count of 8, then decided to get up. I thought, oh, the referee could stop it here. But he didn't, and Lawrence Okolie came in, and he caught Camacho with a straight right, and he stumbled down a little bit. Well, he didn't go down, but he looked a little bit hurt, and the referee just stepped in my opinion, too early. But listen, I can't complain too much. Sometimes we can be shouting up and down about coming in too early. Other times we can shout up and down about the referee coming in too late. So either way, I think that Lawrence Okolie was about to stop him properly anyway. So I can't complain too much about it. But congratulations to Lawrence Okolie. He gets the win. Where does he go on next? Like I said, maybe Denis Lebedev. Who knows? But he's certainly looking the real deal. He's looking really good. He's a little bit suspect with the defense, in my opinion. I think he relies on the power. He's not always going to be able to land that big punch, as he's proven before. He's not always going to be able to land it. And his inside game isn't polished enough to mix it with the elite. So where he's talking about world titles and whatever, and of course, listen, he believes in himself, and big up to him for that. But I think maybe too early for him. But hey, listen, I would love to be wrong. I'd love to see him go on and become world champion at cruiserweight before eventually moving up to heavyweight. But beforehand, I wouldn't mind seeing him in there. Lebedev, sure, but of course, once you become a champion, listen, he's a regular champion, Lebedev, okay? I think he's a WBA regular. So it is a world title, but it's not the elite one. But for me, I wouldn't mind seeing him up against Richard Ricapore. That would be an interesting one. And to be honest, I don't know who to pick in that one. And if these guys sign for that fight, that's a real tough fight for both of them. So hopefully that one gets made. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But for tonight, Lawrence Okolie, he did a job. He was dominant in this fight. He used his jab pretty well. and obviously the big right hand, very, very heavy-handed. So congratulations to Lawrence Okolie. You drop your thoughts below about your thoughts on this fight. Click the thumbs up to this video and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.